and was wrong, and I was mad, and I called her many names. And this is me who doesn't want to personalize AI, but I was really furious. But how could she know? How could she know? I didn't give her all the information.
AI can help with a lot of things, right?
That's
So
correct.
to yeah, today we're going to be honest about where you are. The question isn't getting any softer, it's getting louder. What the heck am I supposed to do with this AI? Okay? And we've had several episodes on Connect and Convert about AI. I hope you'll listen to all of them because we try to give you at least one piece of advice, one piece of action that you can take immediately to deal with this whole AI thing. Lest you think this is just another podcast on AI, which there are hundreds of thousands, this is special because we have the author of The Secret Formulas of Artificial Intelligence. Yes, he is right here. Paul Boomer. See, his name's right there. Paul M. Boomer.
You can
He
tell he's not AI because there he has the right amount of fingers there.
Well, he might be AI. We're not sure
Well,
if it's
hey, this is what I look for. I look for this in videos. How many hands, finger, yeah, rings. Okay, we're good. I can the arm of your glasses
Leah.
goes
You
over your
really, you
ear.
you really don't do that, do you?
I do.
That's a little That's
Absolutely.
a little creepy.
Oh well.
I
I
think
make
it's
sure.
optional.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, so today in today's episode, here's what we want to accomplish today. We want to give our audience, if they're only going to do one thing, what is the one thing they should do with AI? Because as we've talked on our other episodes about this, there's a lot of things you can do with AI, and you probably already figured that out. You probably have subscribed to ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity or all three, and you're saying, "Yeah, I'm in AI. I'm doing AI." Are you? Okay. So we turn always to Paul Boomer, our subject matter expert. Uh, what is that one thing, Paul? If you're only going to do one thing, what is the one thing you should do regarding AI in your small business?
That is a really tough question to answer.
Well, but that's why I ask you. You're the man.
Okay, so I'm going to treat you as if you were a client of mine,
Okay.
and I would ask, what do you think you should be doing? Where have you if you are using it today, where have you used it and why have you used it and what have you gotten out of it? What's been the most impactful for you?
Well, okay. I think most people would they say, yeah, we've used it to write content for our website. We've found a way to get it to respond to emails. Um, maybe one or two other things, but that's about it. I don't know what else it can do. I have no idea.
And I'd be asking, okay, and how are you measuring the output of that? Is it helping you? Is it hurting you? Are you measuring
No,
it?
I was going to ask you that question.
Okay, well, it's
So
time
I'm in.
so we
I'm
need to
in.
figure out, how to measure this thing for you because
Yeah,
you can't
that's
just
my
use AI
question.
and say, "Oh, it's helping." No, is it actually helping? Is it increasing productivity? Is it actually increasing culture, or is it decreasing culture
Oh,
at the cost of money? Or there's so many aspects that go into this. So to
People
me,
do stuff just because they think they should. And,
yeah,
I got to try this. I got it. No, 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 no. The most important questions: what do you want? And what do you need? And then being able to measure it. So, what do you want? I want more time. I want to make more money. I want, okay. And then the how. And it's the five whys. Why? When you keep asking that, you will come to terms with how it can help you. And if it's not helping you, then you're using it wrong or you're using it for the wrong things. It can't help me wash my floors. I know AI can't do that.
oh,
Eventually it will.
I imagine those little robots that wash floors will be all over the place, right? But let me tag on that. Paul asked a great question. How do I know if it's actually working or if I'm just throwing money to defend myself? As Leah said, well, I've got to do this. I'm defending myself, but I don't know if this is actually working. Most small business owners that I've talked to say this. Yeah, I would be more ready to adopt AI if I saw some type of ROI. What do you say to those people, Boomer?
AI is your intern. If you hire an intern, are you going to see immediate ROI in that? No.
Probably not.
You're gonna see a reverse of that actually, because it's gonna take a little time to get them up to speed. Once that intern knows what their tasks specifically are and why and how they're doing it, that ROI then starts kicking in. So there might be a 3, 6, 12, 18-month lag before you actually know if AI, whatever you're using it for, is helping. Again, how are you using it determines that.
And so you're saying the metrics would be determined by how you're using it?
Yes, absolutely. Again, is it saving you time? Is it saving you money? Is it increasing money? Or is it decreasing time or increasing
So
time?
what okay, you just mentioned a bunch of things. I don't want to lose that. Uh, you just enumerated some things that it can do. Let's go through that list you just gave us again to make sure we don't lose that. What can it do? It can save you time, I think you said.
It can save you time.
Yeah.
It can save you money.
Right.
It can increase money, revenue,
Productivity, I
productivity.
guess.
Thank you. Yes. And it can. What's the reverse of saving you time? It can't give you time. I mean, it's saving you time. So that's kind of the
So
same.
Found, found time is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
you're not wasting time is what you're trying to say, right? Or wasting time on things that are not that that are
Something else you
important.
can handle with much more efficiency.
What,
Yeah.
what I have found is by making it, the one thing that has made a difference for me is making it part of my routine. Like to ask AI, to access AI when I have something that I need to do that I don't want to do or I'm not that good at or I'm unsure. Quick, funny story. Last week, I drove on prairie highways through a blizzard, ice
Huh.
storm. Unbelievable. It was decent, decent, decent. Last 20 minutes, it was crazy. Got to my destination. I couldn't get out of my vehicle. I could not. I'm driving a 2025 Equinox. I can't get out of my vehicle. My girlfriend's laughing at me. We're parked. We're safe. I'm trying the fob. I'm trying the door. I'm trying the whatever. It's not opening. So I go on to perplexity. Why is my, and I give it, because I'm thinking it got wet. There's got to be a workaround. There's no little manual, little door knobby to pull to open. We're open, the windows are opening. So it's not the whole electrical. I can start it, I can stop it. So I asked, and it gave me this whole list of reasons why I will not be able to open it and how to call a locksmith and how to do this and and I was so irritated. So I a litany of phone calls later. Finally, I decide to push the back hatch, the button and the hatch opened. So there I am, crawling over, moving aside. The gal friend I'm with is killing herself because I'm having to move the box of wine we brought. There were a lot of us that were going to be meeting at this particular hotel. Anyways, I get everything pulled. I get out. I look at the side of my vehicle. This thick, 6 inches of ice on both sides. So then I
Wow.
went and I slammed against it. The doors were frozen shut. So did Perplexity lie to me? Did Perplexity tell me the wrong thing? I never told her that I had just finished driving through an ice storm.
Aha. So it gave you all the answers for normal conditions,
And
not
was
for ice
wrong,
storms.
and I was mad, and I called her many names. And this is me who doesn't want to personalize AI, but I was really furious. But how could she know? How could she know? I didn't give her all the
So
information.
what's the lesson learned here?
Well, it was right for me to use her as part of my routine because had I said I've just driven on highway conditions that someone that were crazy, I bet you she would have known.
I
Right?
would.
I didn't
I don't
have the
know.
right prompts. I didn't give all the information, but I'm really proud of myself for asking. Right? For asking because I can solve
I'm
every other electrical problem now.
I'm proud of you too, Leah. I didn't know you were that well versed in AI. You are quite the
I
champion.
just like asking. I like having someone to ask, and AI never makes fun of me. I never have to worry about it going, are you like really? You didn't know that if you plug this cord in, this would happen? Really? You didn't understand that using baking powder instead of baking soda is no good? AI just tells me what to do. Non judgment. if I ask the right questions.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Did I just like sneeze in your ears?
All right.
I'm sorry. I
yeah.
thought
Well,
I muted myself.
we'll take that out.
What?
Leah, great story. That brings me back to this. So you've got AI, you've played around with chat, GPT, Claude, Perplexity, whatever, but you don't know how to ask AI what you want, which is what Leah's problem was. She did not put the actual, solution to her problem in that prompt. Paul Boomer, in your book, you mention a lot of prompts. You and I have shared prompts. You've given me some killer prompts over the time. Talk to us about what you put into a chatbot.
I'm going to backtrack just a moment to actually what Leah's story, and
Yeah.
I find that fascinating because one thing I've noticed is AI is actually causing us as humans to be better communicators.
Mm.
Interesting. Yeah.
I have a background. I went through special education, learning disability, ADHD, a few other things, whatever. So communication is always a little bit of a challenge for me. Sometimes, always some, yeah. As I explain right here and demonstrate. And what AI has forced me to do is to gather my thoughts first and then plug it in. Knowing that, again, I keep going back to the reference of an intern, thinking of it as an intern. If you don't give it the full information, it doesn't know what's right, what's left, what's wrong, what's up, what's down, what's diagonal. It doesn't know that. So you have to give it the right information for it to come to the conclusion that you are seeking. Because of that, it forces us to think first. In a time where we are so time constricted, and we're using, what's interesting is we're using AI to speed up time almost, to get more things done. But what's interesting, it's actually forcing us to slow down. Those who are using it properly, it's forcing us to rethink how we communicate. So, Dennis, I don't think I just answered your question, but I just wanted to say
You did,
that.
though. Actually, I think you did answer it. That if you're just throwing BS into the chatbot, you're going to get BS back. You have to think through what the problem is you're trying to solve. Like in Leah's case, had she thought for another 30 seconds, she says, "Oh, it probably has something to do with the ice. Let me put this in Perplexity and see what she says about ice."
Yep.
You know,
And,
so
and here is one tip I recommend for everybody. Whenever you're putting a prompt in, especially the first prompt, when you're asking questions, ask it or tell it to ask you to not work in ambiguity. And what other questions do you have of me to make the right decision or to make the right recommendation or whatever?
I like that.
And it
That's
will
very
tell
good.
you, it will spit back about 3 questions saying, "Hey, what about this? What about this? Or what about this?" And you go, "Oh, I didn't think about that."
yeah, I use that similar way. What questions have I not asked that I should have asked that would help me learn more about this?
Or
And
what information do you need to make a full decision?
I also like to ask the question backwards. Okay. I want to help my brother who I like market his HVAC company. I want to help my brother who I don't like market his. It is amazing, right? And by getting the opposite view, like you're obviously in one I'm trying to kill his business and the other I'm trying to grow it. It helps you get this 3D perspective. But I like your idea, Paul. Ask what I have missed because that is a I love doing that in a sales call when I'm talking to a prospect or to a client. So what should I have asked that I didn't ask? What am I missing? What's going on? Got to get used to asking that as a prompt. What else do you need to know?
absolutely, it's amazing the answers you get back. Stuff that you say to yourself, I should have thought of that, but I
Oh,
didn't.
for sure. Well,
Yeah.
when I drive down to wizardacademy.org, I've never Not that I've driven down, but there would be no ice, but they would.
You
There would
might,
be a lot of prompts to make sure I get down there the right way. And, we're thrilled that they sponsor us. But for our small business owners, and we're getting towards the end of our time here, it's it's making it part of your routine so you don't feel stupid asking AI and a couple of different AIs questions, and that helps you build a way to do it that reflects who you are and what you're after, because it does learn.
I like what you said, who you are and what you're after. And it has no way of knowing that until you tell it, right?
Yep.
You have to tell it. And the better you are at telling it, the better responses you're going to get. Good. Good summary. Mr. Boomer, what do you want to leave our audience with today? One tip, one thing, if they're going to do nothing else with AI, what is the one thing they need to do with AI?
Dive in with to AI, knowing it's not perfection,
Hmm.
and expect crap, but be willing to put in the time to learn how to communicate with it, because just by communicating with AI better, you're going to become a better communicator overall, which is very, very way out there in terms of business owners. They're not thinking about that, but it is critical.
It might
Communication,
be.
communication is critical. And if you can actually, and this is weird, I can't believe I'm saying this. If you can communicate with AI, you can communicate with people.
I like
Oh,
that. I like that.
interesting. So it's the same skills as you're saying, right?
Yeah, I'm actually going to extend that. I'm sorry. If you can communicate with AI in such a way that you get the responses that are fully formulated back from AI, then you can communicate with other people better. I got to work
Well
on that a
said.
little bit.
Yeah, that there you got
Huh.
something there, don't
We're
you?
coming back to it. We're
Yeah.
coming back
I
to
think
that.
you got something there. So, any final word on what our business owners need to not fear AI? Yes, it is that huge snowball rolling down the hill. You don't want to get crushed by it. The only way to fix that is to jump on board, okay, and get with it. And I hope this episode, and we've had several other episodes of Connect and Convert that talk about AI. So tune those in because we've talked about other aspects of it. I think you'll find that interesting, and I hope you found today's interesting. So that wraps it up for another episode of Connect and Convert. We'll be back soon. Stay tuned to Connect and Convert.